Uh, it's not like this week has been stressful or anything, but for once, I'm actually really glad we made it to Hump Day. Happy Hump Day, folks. So, let's get to my low and my high act of kindness. Let's see. You know what? I would say that for my low, it was pretty hot yesterday. Not unbearingly hot, but yeah, like this was a day where, wearing sunscreen, properly hydrating, staying in shade, probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to do that. Not that that's a bad, listen, we're upstate New Yorkers. We complain about weather all the time. I personally like to think I'm a little bit better about, I personally like to believe I'm a little bit better about that. But, yeah, this is the weather that we were all complaining back in winter that, man, I wish it was like this. Well, we got what we wanted, and now we're complaining about it being too hot. But then again, here's why it's a good thing. And this is part of my high. So many places, if you know where to go, have their air conditioning blasting at 100 miles an hour, or however it works. And, as soon as you walk in when it's hot outside, it feels great. But staying there for too long, and then it really starts getting, okay, I'm starting to get a little bit cold. So then you go back outside in the veritable oven that you just walked in from, and it actually feels kind of nice. And then, luckily, if you do it right, you should get back to your car in time to turn on your air conditioning, so it kind of balances it out. It's in a small way, you're kind of shocking your system, but it does feel kind of nice. But the actual part of my high is watching America's Got Talent, as well as I'm getting myself actually I've been getting reads twice a week, but Tuesdays has always been when I do it, because if you have the app, it's Double Punch Tuesdays. So when winter comes and I'm able to get a whole bunch of a free small Italian ices, I'll be ready. That's the police. The police apparently are aware of my plan to get Ritas for the winter. Actually, what kind of? Oh, I'm sorry. It was a fire truck. Okay. Yeah, let's be real here. All sirens pretty much sound alike, but from my window, I can kind of tell who it is driving by. That for sure was a fire truck that just drove by. Actually, it's funny. If I can't see the car, chances are it's probably a cop car, because, I'm on the second floor and I can't really see above the second floor from the position I'm sitting in. An ambulance, I can see a little bit better simply because it's a taller vehicle. And a fire truck, I can definitely see, because it is a much bigger vehicle than both the cop car and the ambulance combined. Anyway, right, I was in the middle of talking about my low and my high act of kindness. I would say my act of kindness was calling my parents, telling them that, I love them. I also held the door for someone yesterday, did that. And, pretty good day overall. We got, America's Got Talent. Okay. I keep forgetting, because of how much bigger each season gets, there's always, more auditions. I think this is, week 7, or week 6, I believe. And we're still doing auditions, and we're going to keep doing auditions until probably like August, I think. But not that it's a bad thing. There's a whole bunch of auditions that haven't happened yet. But the auditions last night were, pretty good. That one guy doing Shrek, that was pretty funny. There's that one bouncing duo where one bounced on the other guy's head, which, bouncing on someone's head, it's crazy. Here's the thing. As someone who used to play football, listen, I wasn't very good at football, but as someone who used to play, I at least know the fundamentals of, worrying about head injuries. So I do get a little bit nervous whenever I hear someone like hits their head or, they're doing something like this. Because, listen, no injury is any laughing matter, but let's be honest, some injuries are categorically worse. And you're really hard pressed to find any injury that's worse than hurting your head. In the grand scheme of things, compound fractures are pretty bad too. I'm talking about actual injuries. I'm not talking about stuff like diseases like cancer or anything. Obviously, nothing's worse than cancer or anything like that. But I'm talking like you're in the middle of doing something, you get injured doing it. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, compound fractures, head injuries. Technically breaking bones also is compound fractures. By the way, for those of you who don't know what a compound fracture is, those are the injuries you hear about when somebody gets hurt and the bone sticks out of your skin. That's a compound fracture. And when I first learned about what a compound fracture is, I said, that is never going to be me. And, hold on. Knock on wood, that hasn't happened yet. So, let's get into other acts that happened. Last night also showed that age really is just a number. You had a 53-year-old who had an audition, an 83-year-old woman having an audition. There was a dance troupe that was dancing on desks. That was awesome. And come on, I couldn't talk about last night's episode without talking about, the golden buzzer for you know what? Terry Crews had the greatest analogy for this. This was his golden buzzer, but we wouldn't know that until he actually did it. But this, it's a group of sisters called the Boykins. Boykinz. Obviously, the Z stands for the fact that they were all born in Gen Z. And Terry Crews, again, had the greatest analogy for them. It's the Supremes meets country. I think that's pretty accurate. Listen, I'm an old soul. I love music from, the time of the Supremes and all those other bands from the 70s, 80s, even 60s. Yeah, it worked. And in the last almost 2 years now, I've really been into country. So this is, this act was great to watch. And they did an original song, Fell in Love with a Cowboy, which it sounds like a real song that a real country artist would make too. And that's the thing, auditions where people come up with their own original song are always the most nerve-wracking, at least for me. Because at least if it was a song that everybody knew, and you crushed it, people are like, oh yeah, they did really good. But if it's like your own song and it's like trying to publish your own book. Like, you know in your heart that your book is good. But does everybody else know that? Like, you don't know how good it is until it's out there forever for the world to see and or hear. And actually, yeah, because books have audio, so there are audio books. So yeah, people can actually hear your book. But yeah, the Boykins killed it, man. And I thought it was so funny because after they auditioned, the judges really liked what they saw. The crowd's like, golden buzzer, golden buzzer. Mel B, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it was supposed to be Simon Cowell to, do the golden buzzer. But Mel B was pretty much the one leading the charge in terms of the judges liking the Boykins. Although it also helped that Mel B said that she met the Boykins backstage earlier. So that definitely helps. But what was funny is Terry Crews still had another golden buzzer. So just as Howie was on the verge of deciding if he was going to do it or not, Terry Crews showed up and rang the golden buzzer. Which is funny. Because they were giving Howie a lot of flack. Like, you should have just gone up and did it yourself, man. I mean, listen. A golden buzzer is a golden buzzer. And at this point, you guys know me. In Terry Crews we trust. But there's something to be said about how every so often there's an act on America's Got Talent that's so good. One of the judges was about to ring the golden buzzer, yet someone else did it instead. It's both heartwarming and funny. It's heartwarming in the sense like the act did well enough to earn the praise and recognition it deserved. But the circumstance of who rang the golden buzzer, that's just funny to me. It is. So, yeah, this episode was great. I mean, again, I keep forgetting that for the foreseeable future, it's going to be auditions until probably, August. But, you know what? That's to be expected at this point. I personally can't wait to see what happens next week. I personally can't wait. It actually just dawned on me, like, next week is going to be a pretty big week. I mean, again, there's America's Got Talent. There's going to be another episode of Hot Ones, but Fantastic Four First Steps is coming out. Wait, hold on. Does it have a score on Rotten Tomatoes yet? I have to think of what movie's coming out this weekend. Smurfs. Wait, seriously? I Know What You Did Last Summer is going to be in theaters too? Okay. Uh-huh. Huh. Okay. So, Fantastic Four First Steps next week, and The Bad Guys too. You know what? That's actually a movie I need to see. Maybe I'll have to consider watching it. Wait a minute, hold on. Just testing something. Let me just look at some. Oh, never mind. Full stop, I never saw the movie The Bad Guys, and I thought it was on Netflix, but I suppose it's not. That's odd. Seriously? Huh. I guess it's... No. I guess it's not on Netflix anymore. Okay. So much for that. I mean, I should have seen The Bad Guys when it came out. I'm so ashamed I haven't seen that movie yet. I mean, if it warrants a sequel, it's gotta be pretty good. I'll have to see about that. But anyway, I'm getting way too ahead of I'm getting far too ahead of myself. Yeah, America's Got Talent was awesome. Once again, in Terry Crews we trust. Yeah. Can we see what happens next week? I hope you all like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm very homely. This video. If you guys watch the show for today, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, channel is here to let me know who's back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby. Okay, I know I'm pretty sure I said it earlier, but in case I didn't say it, happy hump day.